Hey there, welcome back to another video on the Sigma Alliance channel. In today's video we'll be looking at the kits of the Night Sisters Zombie and Spirit, as well as their event Ghost of Dathomir. So with me today is Spragsy from Sigma Sky. Do you want to say hello?
Hi.
Alright, so both of the new Night Sisters have fairly basic kits compared to the likes of Talzin and Commander Luke, but the kits are definitely very interesting. So this does also mean that they're pretty easy to actually understand how they work and to use them. So we'll be putting out a couple more videos on the Night Sisters in the coming days and weeks. But for now, we're just going to briefly look over their kits so that we can then talk about that and how that affects the event. So their basics are fairly standard. They both deal physical damage, as 98% of the other characters. And then the zombie puts tenacity down on the target, and the spirit is able to remove 20% turn meter and gain what was taken. So they kind of work together in that sense. I mean, zombie puts tenacity down, which is then going to make it easier for the spirit to remove the turn meter, but it's not a massive synergy. Do you want to talk about their special abilities, Spragsy?
Yeah, the possess, which remove from spirit, which removes all buffs and stuns them, is probably one of the best counters I've seen personally to the likes of Baze and the tank.
Right. And then what about spirit? Oh no, zombie.
Zombie.
Yeah, zombie. I think zombie's able to cleanse herself. If she doesn't have full health. And if she doesn't have full health, she gains 50% health steal. So that's really gonna just make it a little bit harder to actually kill zombie. And obviously, the issue isn't her dying because she's gonna revive all the time, but it just makes it a little easier if she's gonna survive that bit longer. Makes it a bit harder for the enemy to get into your other characters. Overall, I found that I think the best part of zombie is definitely her unique. That's going to allow zombie to basically continually revive while other Night Sister allies are present, which is a massive. That's a pretty nice unique, and it also means that she's going to be completely free from moves that block her from reviving. So I believe Annihilate blocks her from should normally block her from reviving. However, while another Night Sister is present, she can revive right through that. And I believe that's also going to work for the tank. The other part of her unique is that she taunts, so you got to hit her all the time. Did you have something to say?
Yeah, the Devour and the Rancor, which prevents Boba Fett normally from reviving. She still revives if there's Night Sisters present.
Yeah, so that's going to increase the survivability of that team quite a bit in raids. So, do you want to talk about Spirit quickly? Her unique?
Oh yeah, the Spirit's unique, where she gains foresight, so the teams, like the Commander Luke and that, probably will almost a direct counter to that, but I have seen in some cases, I'm not sure whether it's working as intended or not, but Commander Luke will use his Dispel and still do damage.
Oh, right through foresight?
Yeah.
I was just more thinking the foresight's just going to make it a little harder to kill her in general, because obviously in the Night Sister team you're going to have zombie there to take most of the damage, but in the rare case that zombie's not taunting when they've dispelled it or something, they're going to want to kill the others. So if you've got a character that's got foresight, that's going to give that little extra survivability to provide time for zombie to get the taunt back up. And in the Night Sister team, that's going to potentially allow them to revive back lots of characters and get back in the game. So that's quite a big thing. And the foresight also gives her boosted damage. I think it's 70% extra offense, so that's pretty nice. Right, so moving on to the Ghost of Dathomir event.
The event has two tiers, both have special first time rewards. Tier 1 gives 25 shards for both zombie and spirit, and Tier 2 gives a Zeta along with a few extra shards. The recurring rewards from Tier 1 are 3 to 6 shards for spirit and zombie, and Tier 2 will give you 7 to 10 shards. Depending on how they bring back this event, it may take a long time to 7-star these tunes. I expect they'll drop them somewhere else in the game after a few months, but that's just me. Both tiers of the event have 3 waves. In the first 2 waves, you'll verse against several zombies and spirits, and in the final wave, you'll go up against Talzin, accompanied by 2 spirits and 2 zombies. They've brought in a new feature with this event, the Spirit Altar. Every time the Spirit Altar takes a turn, it revives the whole team. Now, don't worry, it only starts gaining turn meter once you've taken down the whole team, but that also means that you can only hit it once you've taken down the whole team. So I suggest that you try and save your specials and your high damage moves for when you've taken down the whole Night Sister team, so that you can spam the altar as much as possible and try and reduce the number of revives that it's going to bring for the Night Sisters. I noticed that the zombie wasn't actually reviving when killed, so don't worry about leaving the 2 zombies to last. Also, the spirits were very weak, in my opinion. They weren't really a threat. They seemed to have very low potency, and they weren't doing much damage at all. So the only real threat was Talzin, and I say threat, she wasn't a massive threat. So something to try if you are struggling with either tier is maybe try and take down Talzin first, if possible, because she's the real threat in this, and then obviously save your specials. That's going to be really good.
Overall, I found the event pretty easy, but obviously I am quite a long-term player, so I'd expect that. How did you find the event, Spragsy?
Oh yeah, it was easy enough to unlock from the first tier, but the bonus tier was just a bit long, with not high DPS and not properly modded for damage characters.
There's some packs available for 1,300 crystals, which it's not actually the worst deal. I found those packs, if it was a good character, good to go for them, I guess. And I thought that maybe if you were trying to get those 5-star Night Sisters up and ready for your for the next time Talzin comes back, it could potentially be a good spend, because they are fairly decent characters compared to some of the other ones you could spend your money on. And there's also a pack that for £20 for me, it's probably $20. I don't know exactly. It gives you the 25 shards and the gear to get them to gear 5. So that's again just the standard pack. Do you have any last thoughts on the event or the packs, the rewards?
No, one quick question in your opinion. Which is the best Night Sister, the zombie or the spirit?
I have to say the zombie. I think the spirit is a more useful character in every area except the one, and that's the fact that the zombie taunts and can keep coming back. Zombie's unique is a really, really good unique. Which one do you think is better?
In a Night Sister team, the zombie.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
the one that can be used in other teams, I reckon, will be the spirit.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't think the spirit's particularly strong enough to be used in another team. But if you wanted to use one of them in another team, spirit would be the one I'd pick as well.
Yeah.
Unless maybe you're going to have a Talzin in the other team as well. Potentially Talzin and Zombie could go in another team, but I think these Night Sisters are going to work best together.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all we have time for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, goodbye.